What's going on, guys? Tony Maritato here. Welcome to Learn Medicare Billing. So I heard a really interesting quote today, and I've heard this quote before, but for some reason it stuck in my head the rest of today. So somebody said, don't ask if I can do this. Can I do XYZ? Instead, ask how can I do XYZ? And this was like perfect timing because in one of the Facebook groups, a physical therapist assistant was asking about personal training. And essentially the situation was, and you guys might have seen this physical therapist assistant was wrapping up a home health case. The patient was being discharged. The patient wants to hire this individual to continue to work with them on a self-pay basis. And so the physical therapist assistant posted in a group, a couple groups actually, the question, am I allowed to do this? I don't want to lose my license. What are the liabilities? And essentially you saw, I'm not going to say split down the middle, unfortunately, probably 80-20. 80% of the responses were absolutely you cannot do this. You can't do it without a PT. You can't do it without a plan of care. You can't. And a small minority of individuals were saying, of course you can do it. It's not physical therapy. You can't do physical therapy without a supervising PT, but this is not physical therapy. Now, multiple people use the language to say, well, are you a licensed personal trainer? Well, personal trainers aren't licensed. There's certifications that give you some sort of credence. Most of them aren't worth the paper they're printed on. The question is, are you capable of doing this? You have the knowledge of doing this. Is this something you want to do? And then rather than asking in any of these groups, can I do this? I would have loved to seen how the post would change if the post came out as, how can I do this? How can I be a physical therapist assistant who then wants to continue on a self-pay basis, providing personal training, performance, strength coach, any of these things to this individual? Now, if you are the person who posted that, congratulations, that was a great topic. My 2 cents is obviously there's always a way to get something done. And I know lots of physical therapist assistants who do exactly what you want to do. Again, the question goes back to, is this something that you want to take moving forward? Do you want to take control of your career? Do you want to be an active participant in your future? If you do, there's some work ahead of you, but it absolutely can be done. And there are a lot of examples of people doing it right now. The second question is clearly understanding what it is that you are doing, right? The fact that the patient is being discharged from home health likely means the patient no longer requires physical therapy services. If they did, they would have a referral to an outpatient physical therapy provider. Since they don't, you have that documentation available to say, look, this patient completed the services that require the skills of a therapist. They have finished and been discharged from physical therapy. What I am doing now is a continuation into the world of fitness, health, performance, whatever it is that you're doing. But understand that you have that document behind you to fall back on. Should somebody who just wants to prosecute you, and clearly from the abundance of people telling you you can't do what you want to do, there's no shortage of people who would love to make an example out of you. But the idea is that, what can they do? The patient has been discharged from physical therapy. The patient does not have a physical order to go to outpatient physical therapy. The patient is allowed to choose to continue active participation in their own health, development, well-being. Hence, they can hire you not in the capacity of a physical therapist assistant, because that's not what you're doing. You're not doing physical therapy. You're providing performance enhancement. You're providing wellness. You're providing health. You are taking the person from where they are to where they want to be, not from injured to whatever the discharge status was on the previous plan of care. So, point of this video is, we should not be asking, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do that? That is asking for denial. That is asking for somebody to tell you, no, you cannot. Instead, ask the question, how can I do this? How can I make this happen? How can I make this work? And in the process, how can I take control of my future? Guys, I wish you the best. I'll catch you on the next video.